Guys, I should probably really get like some sort of mount that goes on my window, you know, like a sat nav phone holder, and put it on my window so you guys can see me better, because you're literally watching me drive through my steering wheel and it just doesn't make sense, does it? It just doesn't sit well, because I gotta keep turning and it's just like, might as well turn with the steering wheel. Like right now, you can't see me. Ooh, there you are. We had to take a pit stop at McDonald's to get a Sprite, because there's no other Sprite that does it just like McDonald's Sprite does. Get a Sprite out of the can or out of a bottle, just doesn't do it. Get a Sprite from McDonald's and you'll see a whole new different world. Okay, so we just arrived at the first location. I've got a few different locations in mind of this river. So this river runs directly through Swansea. It's the River Tawe, and it's been here for donkeys. It's been here forever. So there's a lot of history on this river. Now the only problem with this river is it did used to go all the way out. So I'm not expecting to find anything from like ancient ago. I'm not sure what I'm actually going to find, because I know that where I'm going now, the first bit has recently been drenched, and they built on it. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to find there. I'm probably going to find a lot of cars and trolleys. But yeah, this river, I'll do a little voiceover of this entire river because there's a lot of history on this river. And yeah, it's a big river. So I'm only going to go to little sections of this river. I could go for months and months and months on this river because that's how big it is. It's huge. So I'm only going to go to little sections of this river. And just see what we can pull out. I came here yesterday to have a little mess around about filming it, and I managed to pull out a load of nails, a little old coin. Now when I picked it out, I couldn't actually see what was on the coin because it was so deteriorated. I took it home, cleaned it, and I found out there was an old 5p coin. Now when I say old, we still have 5p coins, but it was old, like not recent 5p. A NOS canister, which was a very big NOS canister, and some sort of clamp. So let's go and try a different part of this river. And so with the River Tawe being absolutely massive, I decided to pick one area which I wanted to concentrate on, which was the copper quarters of Swansea, so the lower valley of Swansea. Now this river starts up in the Brecon Beacons and it runs all the way down to Swansea until it hits the sea. And I tell you guys, it is absolutely huge. With so much history and such a big river, we could go on and on and on and on about this river and about the history of this river. So a little bit of a backstory on the area that I was concentrating on during this video. If a lot of you didn't know, Swansea was the main manufacturer of smelting copper. So we had the copperolysis. During the 17th and the 19th century was the highlight of this, and when it, was at the peak, obviously we had a lot of the Welsh coal that would come down from the valleys, and it was just more suitable for us to do it, and we basically took over. Obviously the main impact of me not being able to find anything that old is the fact that this river used to be tidal. So the river used to split into two directions, one going out to sea, the other one going around the Swansea Castle. When they built the barrage, whatever it's called, in 1992, I believe it was, during the 90s anyway, that became one. So the river used to be tidal before then. With the tide going out, there'd be a complete empty riverbed for people to go down and scavenge. So I'm not expecting to find anything that old. The tide is out as well. It is half tidal water until it leaves a little residue of water, but it is tidal. It does get higher than this. Another major factor about the River Tawe and finding stuff, there's a lot of mud there. Now the mud there it's disgusting mud. It's not just like normal mud, it's proper riverbed mud with a load of gunk just built up over the years. There's also still a lot of toxic waste inside the River Tawe from the industrial area, definitely in the area that I'm working on. So I know I don't have gloves, and I made a massive mistake in that, but I did wash my hands as soon as I got back to the car every time. So yeah, there's still a lot of toxic waste inside that River Tawe, but with that mud means when the tide does come in and out, because it is half tidal, when the tide does come in and out, and when stuff is moved along, fish are moving along, stuff gets swept about and the mud gets thicker and thicker and thicker. So what I'm going to find is probably not what we're wanting to find from, you know, the industrial age or the war age, but we could still be on for a good find. I'm definitely hitting stuff at the bottom. I definitely feel it hitting stuff, but as I said, there's a lot of cars in this river. A lot of people dumped cars here, and trolleys and other big pieces of metal like fences and stuff like that. So what I could be hitting could be them, and obviously I'm going to bring one of them up. So yeah, another major thing about the River Tawe is where it is at now, and we've had the 90s, we've had the noughties, we've had the 2000s, we've had the era of pinching cars, dumping stuff in the river. There's probably a lot of cars in that river, trolleys, prams, anything that is high of metal that can just get dumped in. You're going from a major city, stuff are going to get dumped in that river. Like, I pulled out a NOS canister the other day. There is probably 100 million NOS canisters inside that riverbed. So there's a lot of newer age stuff inside that river. Stuff that you probably won't be able to get out because it's just too big or too heavy, or it's just too grounded inside the water. I remember a couple of years ago we were on like a dinghy kind of thing going down the river. We looked down and there was just an like a really old BMX just sitting there on the riverbed. So there's a lot of stuff in the river which I'm never going to be able to bring out, but there's a lot of little things which we're hoping to find. I'm definitely hitting stuff. And if we do go back to the 18th and the 70s and the 90s, there is a lot of ships that are buried inside this river, a lot of shipwrecks that happened on this river. You had a huge industrial era on this river where ships would go in and out of the docks to bring coal up, to take metal down. You had the crossing that would go across with the ship. You'd have a lot of fishermen on that water as well. So there are a lot of shipwrecks on that river, which obviously metal-wise we're probably going to hit. We're going to change location. We've had a few little throws, but I'm going to go further up there where there would have been a pier, and try that area, see if we get any difference up there. So this would have been an old docking, the docking area. So we're going to try this bit. A lot of it is, the maggot just caught me, overgrown, but I'm going to give it a go off by find somewhere to put the camera a minute. I need a tripod, don't I? Okay, I've decided to move back up river. I'm gonna head for the bridge, see if we can get any difference, because there was something big in the middle by the docking area, and whatever it was, I just kept catching it, and I was gonna get snagged, and I didn't want to get snagged. So I'm gonna head back up this way. I think I'm coming the wrong way though. I don't think I can get through this way. I'm gonna have to go back. Okay, that was a fail. We didn't get absolutely nothing. Yesterday when I come down, we had a few bits, even just nails and stuff like that. Today we've had absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna move location. I've always found if you don't catch not even a nail on the first like free, same as fishing, if you don't catch anything in the first like 30 minutes, move location. So we've been here for about 40 minutes and we haven't caught nothing. So I'm gonna go to the second part of this river before we move up to the third part. So yeah, I'll see you in a minute. Oh, this isn't good. Great stuff. So the second part, hold on 2 seconds. The second part of this river that I wanted to go to has been blocked off. There's works or something, I don't know whether you can see, but there's works going on there, so all the side of the river has been blocked. So we go into the third place, so there's only going to be 2 locations in this video. We go into the third place now, which I'm hoping we can get to. Hoping, and hopefully it's good. Okay, that's the platform I want to hit. Okay, we're at the third spot, technically the second spot. Hoping we can get some better results here. Hoping. Uh-oh. The only thing I managed to find was this. So, iron barge. This is the only thing that we managed to pull out of there. I think it's some sort of like copper, iron. Yeah, that was it. Not worth saving. Normally I would take them home, restore them a little bit, but I think I will leave that one there. We also found this little thing, which is basically a smaller version of that. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna call it. I'm getting cold, I'm getting tired. We ain't caught anything out of decency, to be honest with you, so I'm gonna call it. New magnet for me. Oh, I'm cold. Okay guys, I'm gonna call it. It's starting to get a little bit cold on the hands and I don't fancy freezing. So the 2 spots that we did try, the first spot we had nothing. The second spot that we just tried now, we had some sort of like metal pipe. I don't know, it was like hollow. Maybe it was one of them nails, an old nail or something, or it could have just been a little bit of scrap off. You don't know, but I'm not gonna, it's not worth bringing it home and cleaning it up. But yeah, it just goes to show that some days you will hit, some days you will miss, and today was unfortunately a miss. It was nice getting out of the house, nice doing something, and that's all that matters really to me. It doesn't matter whether I find the jackpot or whether I don't find the jackpot. To me, it's getting out of the house, being in nature, getting a little bit more active, and just enjoying myself, letting my mind just wander. You know, when I'm doing stuff like this, it's nice to just shut off from everything, technology, and just shut off from everything and just chill by the water. Like, me and water are just, I love it. So it's nice to just chill. So I'm gonna go home. I'm probably gonna order a new magnet, to be honest with you. The magnet I've got is strong. It is very strong. I managed to pull out like a massive heavy canister yesterday, but it's just not doing it probably because it's double-sided rather than, let me show you, it's double-sided rather than it being flat, where most of them are flat, which are better. With this one, it's got to like make sure it drags along properly, which that one, I'm not vouching it, that one is pretty good. The bigger one I used to have, I lost it. We got it stuck in the river and there was no saving it. So I've downgraded to the smaller one at the minute. The other one I used to have was like, it was like huge, it was massive. So we've downgraded to this one, and I'm probably going to order a new one, to be honest with you. This one is getting battered. I might order a new one tonight on Amazon, so be it tomorrow, and we can go back out tomorrow. I want to try and go as much as I can. I enjoy it. And you know the adrenaline you get when you find something that's like, oh my god, like that 5p coin I found yesterday. Even though it was a 5p coin, it was amazing. Like, I thought that it was older than 5p when I first found it, because I found a very old, like half a penny before, and that's what it felt like. And it wasn't until I took it home and cleaned it up when I realised, okay, yeah, no, this is a 5 pence. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I've enjoyed. If you are new to my channel, then hit that subscribe button. There's going to be so much more of this. Real fishing as well, not just magna fishing. There's going to be real fishing. There's going to be 4x4ing, camping, adventuring, just outdoors as much as we can. See you in a bit. Peace, guys.